Well, let's see who's up today. Who's up for anything? Boy, I think survival is being resilient. I mean, you're not going to change the world, and at least that's my impression. And I've been at this for, gosh, I'm 82 years old now. I've been working 50 some years. Actually, this business alone is 53 years, and telling people about government money. But to me, I was able to survive is that by not forcing what I learned was right. In other words, there's so many times, well, we finally learned how to do this right, and we tried, oh, I'm going to do it better because of this, but the world changes outside you. And that's why I've been selling the same thing in like 3 or 4 different ways now, showing people how to get money from the government. And it's just a passion of mine. It will be until I die, because I think the people who really need it don't know how to get it, don't know where it is, and it's getting easier and easier. Before, I used to sell books. I used to do, actually, I started by doing consulting for Fortune 500 companies, and I would consult for them, and they would pay me thousands of dollars to find money for them, and free money, for them to do anything they want, for themselves or employees or whatever. But they were millionaires, and they were using this money to become billionaires. And I didn't know anything about these programs until I start doing work for them. Yeah. And then I said, wow, why doesn't everybody know about this? Because it's not only for the millionaires. Actually, the millionaires get more money from the government, and they pay, they screw the government on paying taxes more than anybody else too. I mean, trying to collect some data. We have like $600 billion a year to $1 trillion a year of people who don't pay their taxes. And it looks like 70–80% of it is from the rich people and businesses. So they're screwing us over by using America and not paying their bills. They don't pay their bills. And what Trump has done is cut the staff in IRS so they don't have to pay their bills. Now, this is, I think, the biggest tragedy ever. He complains about giving money to people who need food, and he's given millions and millions, well, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars to rich people who could certainly buy all the food they need, and he's feeling it's wasted. Now, there's the waste. People living in this country that get a bill from America and they don't pay their bills, and then they have friends that make it legal, or not legal, but just they know nobody's going to come after them. They know they don't have to pay their bills because nobody's going to come after them. There's nobody to collect. They don't have gangsters coming out and breaking your elbows if you don't pay your bills, and that's why there's nobody chasing them. So why the hell should they pay? And so they're living in the country, taking all the benefits of our country, and not paying the bills, and that is terrible. And you sure, I see individials, a very small percentage of those who are not paying the bills. Well, they don't have money, so they have a good excuse. The rich people have money and they don't have an excuse. Now that's the tragedy. What's going on there? They have all this money and don't pay their bills. Wow. And they just cut the force again. Actually, Biden had a lot of money that the Congress gave him to increase their workforce at IRS so they could go out and collect the money. So if you had a business and you had a stack of bills that people owed you, why go to the bank and get money where somebody charges you? This is money that you deserve. So you go out and collect that money because it's legitimate and they owe it to you. But no, as a country, we're not doing that. We're letting these people, slide by, and most of it's rich people and businesses that have that money, and they're not paying their bills. That I think is more immoral than anybody who's getting food stamps and aren't eligible. Man, why not the $500 trillion that's going out of the Treasury to rich people who are getting that money and they're not eligible. See, they're not eligible. The same thing for the person who's cheating on their SNAP benefits. They're not eligible, and they shouldn't, right? We should take care of that. Well, why don't we take care of the $600 billion of people who are getting money from the government, the Treasury, and they're not eligible? Where's the morality? Why are we, the United States of America, have more poor people in America than any other developed country? That's right, more poor people in America than any other developed country. So there's about 35 developed countries in the world. And we have more poor people than anybody else. Right? And I don't know, I came out with a little cheat sheet. Here's Trump's stimulus package, stimulus checks. Okay, they just passed the bill, right, a couple months ago, and there's stimulus checks for money in there. Okay, now who's getting it? And this is data from what they call the CBO, Congressional Budget Office. So this is an organization, a government office, nonpartisan on Capitol Hill, that keeps score of the bills and how much they really cost and things like that. Well, here's what the beautiful big thing or whatever it is that Trump has. Here's who's getting it, okay? By income category. How many people are getting the money? Because we're going deeper in debt, and he's trying to solve that problem by taking more money away from the poor people, right? Well, here's where who's getting money. Okay, if you're in the highest income bracket in this country, the big beautiful bill is going to give you $13,000 stimulus check just for 1 year. $13,000 stimulus check. They're getting the richest people. The poorest people in America, the lowest 10%. These are the highest 10%. So these are the 90 percenters. Okay, the 80% this is 100 percenters, right? How can be the top? Yeah, the top. This is the next tier, 90 percenters. Okay, $3,208, and then the 80 percenters, $2,213. So you go down, you see how much going down depending on the income, and you get down to the bottom 40%. So that's almost half the country. Okay, so half the country, the top bottom 50% is given $700. The bottom 40% will get $376. The bottom 30% only get, what's that, $23? Yeah, $23. Okay. Now, the bottom 20% are losing $392. They're losing that money. They need that much more money now to be even from last year. They need an extra $323. So the stimulus package is making these people in the bottom 20% have to get more money. The bottom 10% have to get an extra $1,214. Wow. And you want to check that? The CBO, Congressional Budget Office, have that. So the poorest people have to find an extra $1,200 to live on, which they don't have, right? They're leasing. These people, the highest, are getting an extra $13,000 to get it. The government's giving the richest people $13,000 and making the poorest people, because the benefits they're already receiving, cutting their benefits, so they have to come up with an extra $1,200. So I don't know, that sounds immoral to me. But if you like it, you like it. Well, I can't change that, right? Where's the fairness? What happened to America? I don't know. But it's in there somewhere. America's in there somewhere. So it takes. But now, here's another thing. Now, I think AI is incredible. If you don't think that AI is incredible yet, then you have to start looking, okay? Somebody says, Van, I love his eyeliner. I have no eyeliner. That's just bushy eyebrows. And AI is your stimulus package. AI is your finally a place where everyone in America could learn what great benefits this country has to offer. Do you hear that? Finally, everybody in America will learn what great benefits this country has to offer. Right. And that's what I've been fighting for 50 years. And finally somebody did this. Actually, the computer did it. Nobody did it. I've been trying to do it, but I feel like the guy, fighting the windmill. What's that famous story? You know what I mean? And it is fine, and it's AI. The problem, the benefits, okay, 40% of our country gives away free money. 40% of everything in our country gives away free money. Can I say that one more time? 40% of everything in our country gives away free money. Okay, but they don't know about it, and it's hard to find, and that's why what I've always done for 50 years now is showing people where that free money is. I'm not needed anymore. You don't need to pay me money anymore to help you find government programs. You don't. AI finds it better than I will ever be able to do it. I could do it, but it'll take me what AI could do in 3 minutes, it'll take me 3 months to do. So AI is better than me, and you just have to remember you cannot use Google. Google is there to sell you something. If you need government help, that means you don't have enough money. You don't have money to spare. You don't have money to spend on fancy consultants like me, even though I only charge $20, because that's what I wanted to do. I want to be the cheapest son of a bitch in the world, yeah? And I charge you thousands, that's what I used to do to rich people. But if you want my help, I'll only charge you $20 and you get as much as you could eat for a whole month. But put that aside, because you have to realize how you, without me, without anybody else telling you what's good or bad, can find out better programs if you take just 20 minutes to learn about AI. That's all, 20 minutes. It won't even do that. Do it in less. You want to do it right now? Let's do it right now, okay? Because you can. You can. Okay. Everybody go down and go and pull out, go to chat, C-H-A-T, gpt.gov. .com. Chatgpt.com. Okay. Maybe if I could write this. Let me get, hold on, wait. I had a grandkid here all day yesterday, playing at my desk. I think he took well out my pens. Okay. God, why do I? Boy, I got shitty brains now. Yeah, okay. So you want this, chatgpt.com. Come on, let's go. Let me help you get through this. I'll show you what it is, and even if you don't do it, just pretend you're doing it so you could learn this stuff, chatgpt.com. Then you won't have to give me a penny for the rest of your life and learn and get the power yourself. We're all built with the power inside of us to do stuff. That's where the magic is. It's not some asshole like me, yelling at you or something. I know. You have to bring out the magic in you. And that's what life is about, is you finding your magic. And there's tools now, and there always has been in this country, tools that help you find that and do it for free. But they're from government and nonprofit organizations that don't advertise. So you have to take it upon yourself to find those, to use it, to bring out what you have, because nobody's going to bring it out for you. You have to do it yourself, and they're tools and helpful. All the help you need is free, okay? Unless you want to give me $20. But it's so important. So go there. And when you go there, you have to write something. You have to tell ChatGPT what you need, okay? Now, let's see. Okay, and it's very easy, because when you go to ChatGPT, it says, tell me what you want. And it's just like chatting with somebody. That's why it's called ChatGPT. And here's what you want to do, is you put in these words, okay? Show me 100 government offices and nonprofit organizations in, and you say your city and state. whether you live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or Altoona, Pennsylvania, or Phoenix, Arizona. Put that in. So show me 100 government offices and nonprofit organizations. Why do I say that? Because government offices and nonprofit organizations are the only people in America that give you free money. Sure, I give grants too. We give out like $50,000 a month, every month. Well, that's peanuts to what the government has. The government has $5 trillion in government grants, and it's in 750,000 programs that are out there. They're all floating around. But if you go to Google to find that, you get 2 trillion websites that you'll never find those in there. So stay away from Google, please. Okay, so now we're at the point where you show me 100 government offices and nonprofit organizations in, say, Miami, Florida, whatever city, that provide free money and mentors to help me pay my bills and get out of debt. Hear that? I need free money and mentors. These are free consultants. A mentor is a free consultant. They'll give you advice and expert opinions and things like that, but they'll never charge you money, okay? So you get that for free. So you want to know about free money. You want to know about free mentors to help you get out of debt and pay your bills. Okay, that you could stop there, and you'll get something that you will see. But what I do, okay, so that's all. You one sentence. Here's all you need. Show me 100 government offices and nonprofit organizations in Altoona, Pennsylvania, that provide free money and mentors to help me pay my bills and get out of debt. Okay? That's all. But if you want to do the executive course, you want to take a master's in this, level 2, add this. Include the name of the organization, include the websites, include the email address, include phone numbers, include contact information, include priority. Should I be the first one to call, the second one to call, third call? So you have 3, ask them for that. And show me the eligibility requirements. See, you get it right there. You don't have to call anybody, whatever. They're going to tell you, right? AI will tell you the eligibility requirements, okay? Eligibility requirements, okay. And show me a description of the services that are available. That's right. They're going to describe what they do, and instead of, what kind it is and everything. Also, what I also ask for, show me the dollar value of the free services. This is what will knock your socks off. You know, when you see that these services that they provide is worth $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. This is the repeated help that you need to get this problem solved. They give it to you for free. You know, so you're going to get a couple $1,000s worth of free consulting to get out of the situation you're in. You know, and where did I stop for it? Dollar value. Describe any grants or loans available. And the 11th item is, and what the maximum amount of grants or loans that I could get. Okay. Now here's the last and best thing to ask for. Describe what I should say when I call the office. You hear that? Describe what I should say when I call the office. So right there, you have everything. I could not give you that. I could search and give you a starting place easily enough, but I can't do that. It'll take me months and months to do it just for one city. So to do it for the whole goddamn world, no. That's why AI is just incredible. 20 years ago, his sakes pitches worked. It's over. Only stupid people are giving him money. Oh, thanks, Tony. Why, there's another happy customer, isn't it? Are there grants for? Yes, there's grants for widows or windows, either one. And if you're not a member of Let's Go Help, you go to ChatGPT or one of the other ones, and you go and ask for it. Now that is just when you get a list, your work just begins. See, that's the other thing that people don't learn. And I'm sure, what's the ass guy? The guy who called me, whatever the hell he did. Well, anyway, the guy who, throwing shit around. No, I mean, he probably didn't do anything. You're not going to get anything unless you do something. I can't give you money. I do. We give $50,000 to members every month. But you have to, for the government money, you have to contact offices, call them. And it may take you 10 or 20 phone calls at least. But if you don't need the money, don't do it. Okay, no, because it's a pain in the ass, right? You need the money, then you have no other option, I feel, to do it. Where else somebody going to give you $50,000 to do something? Where else somebody's going to sit down with you for free and get rid of all your debts and make deals so you don't have to pay it all? Nowhere. It's going to cost you money. And Google, if you go to Google, look, that's going to cost you an arm and a leg, and they'll have to throw in your first 2 kids. So you don't want to do that, okay? And please, the help is out there. You have to be in charge of finding it. You have to be making those calls. If you're afraid to make those calls, that's why you say, if you put in an AI and say, hey, tell me what to say when I call. Because you'll see in the part, here's a thing I did here. What to say, okay. Here's for, here's the community network and resources in Miami. And here's what to say. It says, I need help paying bills and want benefit screening. Which center should I visit and what should I bring? Okay. So now you know. You go and ask. Here, I need emergency help with rent, utilities, and food. Can you connect me with providers with funds this week? See? That's all. It tells you what to say. The average person can't believe, have no idea what to say. There's a government office. Here's another. I'm a veteran behind on bills. What assistance or referrals can the Mission United provide me? I am a utility customer. Which Miami partner is active for Care to Share? And how do I apply? So that's help paying utilities. How do you have utilities and rent funds open? What documents and appointment do I need? See, that's what it is. 100. There's 101 cities. Now, God damn it, isn't that a lot? Sure, it's not going to be magic. You're not going to call one person and get a check in the mail. Life doesn't happen that way. And if you and look, just think of what you did last hour, the last day, the last week. Nothing. You didn't have any way you got closer to getting the money you need, no matter what the hell you've been doing all these months, years, days, hours, or whatever it is. Here, you're on your way. But you have to put the work in it. You have to do something. And that something is making phone calls. That's the easiest one. Sometimes they'll tell you to email, and you have the email address or whatever. But there's 750,000 programs. Every program is different. So no matter what anybody says about a program, it's right and it's wrong. It's right for that program, but probably wrong for every other one. So that's why people say, oh, the applications are too complicated. Yeah, there probably are some, but don't worry about it. You got to find the right application. That's why it's too complicated. You're finding applications that you're not eligible for and you shouldn't be applying to. And that's why the only way you find out is by talking to people. So please, you have nothing better to do in your life, I feel, than trying to solve problems. And if you have a problem, you should focus only on that problem. And you should always focus on going forward on a problem. You should not focus on why some organization is good, bad, or indifferent. You don't know, you don't care. That's a possibility. And that's a possibility you ask for, because if they don't help you and they can't help you, and that's a very big possibility, you ask them, where else can I go? Because they're in the business. I mean, it's incredible, the hundreds of thousands of people that are in business just to help you find free money. You call the wrong person, not going to work. You got to find the right person, and that makes a bunch of phone calls to do that. So you got to roll up your sleeves, baby, and do that, or nothing's going to happen to you. Because things don't fall out the sky. You wait for some politician who's full of shit anyway, going to save your ass. No, there's so many tools now for you to save your ass. You have to find them and work on them, and that's why I feel Let's Go Help. It's only $20 and unlimited help. Every day, we have 3, 4, 5 hours sometimes of experts helping you how to do this live on video. You just log in and ask your question live. And where else are you going to get that? Nowhere. Not for $20. And it's unlimited. Never charge you anything more. I haven't thought of anything yet. That's the truth. Okay, here's another one. I'm behind in my rent and utilities. Are EFA funds available, and how do I apply? Can you book me for an enrollment and emergency food pickup near Miami? How do do you have any micro grants or emergency aid? Please include me with a coach. Please schedule me with a coach. See, look at it. You have a small business? Here, call this information, and here's what to say. Call them up and say, hey, I need benefits and help with my budget. Please schedule me with a coach. I mean, isn't that incredible? Here's one in another language. That's amazing. I need emergency bill help and counseling. What aid and referrals can you provide today? Here's another one. Collections are calling. Wages garnish. Can I get help defending or filing? See, no, this is legal help. So people are after your money and collection agencies and something. No, you call that agency and they'll get those suckers off your back with the law. If you don't have a lawyer and you're in financial trouble or something, you're going to get a free lawyer and they're all over the world. Don't worry. But you have to make an effort to find them. You have to make an effort to talk to them. You have to make an effort to understand what they offer, okay? They're not going to come and knock on your door. Good morning. Someone removed me from Let's Go Network and canceled my, well, that's too bad. That's, oh my goodness, support is not relying my aim. God, I'm so sorry, Elia. Yeah, you look looks familiar. Okay, are you contacting Let's Go Help at gmail.com or here, Let's Go Support. Go to that website. Yeah, I don't know. Let's Go Support. Yeah, go to letsgosupport.com. How to revive yourself or find out that, no, we're here to help you and help you 24/7. And I'm going to do it till I die. We have a staff of loving people that all help each other. And we're all fucked up too, though. Trying to, deal with IT and computers and stuff like that. So just be patient, but we're here. Here, you get fees drop near interest can 0% interest loan. See, you need a loan here. These people give out 0% interest loans. And see, the people who help people in financial trouble, they're not so concerned about credit score. Everybody, oh, my bank's credit score is bad. Yes, that's why the government has these programs for people who can't get money anywhere. If you can get money anywhere else, they don't want to help you. you can get, the bank will give you money. It's all for people who can't get that help anymore. And that's what this is for. I'd like a free analysis of my debts and opinions. No sales pitches. See? This is what you do when you call them. Okay. Where's the closest pantry this week? And how do I register, right? Can you quote me, route me to agencies with current utility rent funds? Wow. Look at all that. You don't know. You'll never find anything like this in Google. Please, please. Oh, God, my heart hurts just knowing that people really need this stuff. Okay, let me help some members here. I pay American, but receive British pounds. Oh, yeah, I could have a few pounds I'll give you. Swap desk was closed for almost all of the time. I just think the S, I'm not sure what that is, David. Here, dear Master of Grants, thank you. I am so exciting. Thank you, Ms. Lexi. Okay, I'm going to put the chat thing here in the message, okay? And I think I could do it in YouTube too. But let me get that for you. Okay. Oh, where did it go? No, not that one. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the chat, okay? Okay, so the members, okay, here's, you wanna go to chatgpt.com and put this in there and change Miami, Florida to your city and state, okay? I'm gonna see if I could do that for the YouTube people who don't have $20, okay? Okay. Now, ChatGPT is a free, so sign up for free. And enter this. Okay, just put that in. And be careful, you want to change Miami from, I'm gonna put stars around Miami and Florida, okay? You gotta change that. Okay, so we save that for you there. I mean, after 50 years of studying this stuff, this is the most important thing in the world. Now, everybody has access. Before, only the rich people. But now it's for everybody, okay? The rich people would hire people like I used to be, pay thousands of dollars to find these things for them. Now, this does it better. I've been studying this stuff for 50 years, and AI does it better than I can ever possibly do. Okay, so, cancel. Okay, there it is. Tammy, hi, Tammy. No more asymptomatic information. Okay, let's see. Try the free AI tool. It finds you more money than Google ever. Yes, definitely. Oh, God damn it. AI is running my camera now. If I move a little bit, it thinks I went into the other room and tries to follow me, but all I did was move my head. God, this is painful. Okay, let's see who members. How do Master Grants? Hi, just thanks. Thank you, David. David. Okay, anybody else have questions? Question in the question corner. Don't forget we have the question corner. To put your questions there and look at the calendar for what's going on today. Make sure you go there. It's weird seeing you at 7 a.m. while sober. Yeah, when you were in college, you used to, yeah, and you never bought anything then too, I bet. So don't forget, sign up for AI, put that in there, and you'll see, you'll never have to hire a grant expert again, okay? I don't know how to read. I don't know how to read help. I don't know how to read help. Okay, sorry, I can't put this stuff on TikTok. But if you're interested in us, it's lescohelp.com, LESKOHELP.com. Okay, so if you're interested in signing up, it's $20 a month, and we give you unlimited free one-on-one help in many different formats. Okay, that's all there, but you have to put in some time too about following up on this stuff. So you have to tell us what you need money for, and we'll show you where to start contacting. Then when you get into trouble, you come back and we help you go over all the bumps in the road, because that's what happens when you try to do something in life. You run into bumps and obstacles and stuff like that. So you have to make sure that you get over all that stuff. And God, look at this beautiful lady that just walked in here. So make sure that you start helping yourself, and you can, and we could help you do that. LesGoHelp.com. It's to help you. Are there grant lobbyists? Yeah, there are all kinds of lobbyists in town. You don't need any of them for personal stuff. But if you want to be one, it's not a nice, it's a good living here. That's why I feel for $20, you got a lobbyist to find you the money. Yeah, that's what it's about. Okay, guys, let me go, lover. Talk to you soon. Thank you for everything. I'm just very excited about life and very excited about teaching people about AI because it's going to be getting better and better. I've been playing with it for about 6 months now. It just gets better. So please don't let this pass you by. It's sort of like the more you start learning how to test it, just test it. Take that chat that I put in there, and it's on YouTube in the description and also for members here. Just put that, they call them prompt, P-R-O-M-P. It's like a computer language, but it's not, it's English. You just have to know to speak English and tell it what to do, and it gives it to you. So please try it, because then you'll learn how to use it and your life will change, believe me. And it's free. I mean, that's the most amazing thing. So please take advantage of this. You have problems. This is the best way to solve your problems, unless you have a lot of money. You don't have money, please, please, please do this. Please, please, please. Be back soon, okay? Thank you. I love being alive so much. I love all you people that are just here, that I can maybe help. My life now for the rest of my life is just trying to figure out how many people can I help before I die. Man, because at 82, you know it's coming. I don't know when. But I feel I got 10 years, so let me help you too, please.